don't know if you remember this. I'm sure you do. But during the debate between Donald Trump and Kamala Harris, Donald Trump brought up the fact that Haitian migrants were, eating pets, cats and dogs and things of that nature. Kamala responded by laughing. The moderator responded by saying, hey, local authorities haven't confirmed this and seem to have debunked Donald Trump. Well. Shout out to Elon Musk for buying X. And also, we have the Springfield, Ohio city manager. And back in March, speaking about how people have been complaining about Haitian migrants eating their town pets and animals. Someone owes Trump and JD an apology.
Laws and culture is 180 degrees different of what they're used to. And one of the things that I heard that bothered me very much, I've actually had quite a few people contact me here lately, is some pretty horrid things occurring to domesticated animals in the neighborhood. We've had some stuff in the park that, again, they're being taken advantage of for reasons other than, and if you shake your head, Brian.
No. I asked me if there was proof. I just don't have proof of it. We've heard the same thing.
People that have confided in me have asked me for anonymity. I can't give their names up.
I mean, we haven't seen the proof that you're talking, and I've heard about it too.
Yeah.
The sad part is these people are begging or have been begging for help for months, and nobody has been there to stop this. As of right now, imagine that. Wonder when the ABC apology will come. I will hold my breath. Please don't hold your breath, because you won't be with us no more if you was waiting on an apology from a left-wing media outlet. I doubt they were pets, maybe sheep or cows, somebody wrote. However, we still have no proof. Now, that's the odd thing, because I can't actually show you guys proof, right? So we have videos that are popping up all online. Admittedly, though, we can't source the credit of it, meaning we don't know. When I watched the video, I don't know if it was filmed 2 years ago, 5 years ago, or last week type stuff. But yeah, it's plenty of videos of cats on grills, dogs. The woman getting arrested. Yeah, I'm looking at one right now. I'm literally looking at one right now that I cannot put on the screen. But yeah, this is going to be labeled as misinformation. Trust me. Anyhow, the responsibility of all of these migrants coming here and doing what they doing all points to Kamala Harris and the Biden administration. Now, watch how the talking heads on CNN are screeching when Scott Jennings calmly explained why normal Americans have an issue with dropping off 20,000 migrants into a small town community.
I do think it's an important conversation. How are they here legally? Because of executive action on immigration. I don't believe it is an attack on immigrants.
Are you saying they don't have a right to? They shouldn't be here when they're essentially saving the town?
Status? Do you know what temporary protected status is, and do you not agree with it?
No, I think most Republicans do not believe that the executive branch or the officers of it should be able to wave what J.D. Vance correctly calls a magic wand so people can circumvent the normal immigration process.
You have the mayor and the governor saying that these businesses needed workers.
Temporary protected status has been around for a long time.
Ohio businesses needed workers.
Listen, most Americans think we need less immigration, not more. Most Americans think we need a process, and there is a legitimate.
Those two things are true.
There is a legitimate conversation to be had about how cities on the border, in Ohio, in New York, and everywhere else are being expected to absorb large populations. That doesn't mean the populations are inherently bad, or the people are inherently bad, or that they don't provide value.
But he's saying they're inherently bad, and that's the point.
But when you put huge numbers of people in communities and they begin to have impacts on the policing system, the healthcare system, the roads, whatever, the school, whatever it is, and then you just say to the communities, good luck. I think Americans have a right to a debate about this, and this is what the Democrats don't want to have.
No,
they think it's fine, and the Republicans want to talk about why we have an insane immigration system that cannot be controlled and reformed in a way that would make people think, okay, we actually have a process and it's under control instead of being out of control.
That's where you're exactly wrong. Kamala Harris has a wonderful affordable housing policy. And if you guys are really worried about housing for these new Americans, then we should probably support her plan. Have you read it? It's actually pretty good. You're saying that you want to process temporary protected status is a process. Now, you might not like the process, but it is a process that has been used by Democratic presidents and Republican presidents. If there is a problem,
does that make it right?
If there is a problem, I think temporary protected status, which is something that we give to people when their countries are in crisis, is not just right, it is moral. Okay. So if you really think that there is a problem onboarding these new Americans into our communities, then I think we should all support more affordable housing being built all across this nation, because we certainly have the space.
That can't be done. Let me ask you something.
This span of a month.
Yeah. What is the electoral play here?
Wow. Bro, y'all not hear this. Do y'all not hear this? Okay, so the theory of them trying to replace our vote just ain't ringing when you hear stuff like this. Let illegals come through, just build more houses. That's the solution. I say send them to their houses. Instead of building them out, send them to their house. Send them to the house they left from. You know what I mean? Let them come here legally. Somebody said building affordable housing is the solution? What? Hardworking Americans with good jobs can't afford homes. How are undocumented immigrants with bottom of the barrel jobs going to be able to afford a home? I don't understand it, man. Make it make sense. Make it make sense. Somebody says Ohio businesses needed workers, she says. 1.5 million jobs are reported gone. Those businesses did not need workers from another country to fill those jobs in Springfield, lady, for sure. Saving the town. Where do these crazed lunatics come from? Why don't they stop filling their pockets, all of these politicians, and actually save a town and come up with some solutions to make our America great again? I don't know. You already answered your question in the beginning of that. Is because they're going to profit from it. You know what I mean? I just don't get it, man. And on top of that, we have somebody running for the presidency, Kamala Harris, who pledges to release all criminal illegal migrants from detention centers in the United States on day one if she's installed, not when, if she's installed into that Oval Office. Her words, not mine.
Hi, my name is Sally Hartman. I'm a volunteer with the Center for Worker Justice. I want to know, when you become president, would you be committing to close immigration detention centers?
Absolutely, on day one.
On day one.
And do what with them? Like, take them where? Just put them out into the society? You know how much chaos that's gonna cause on top of the chaos that's already being caused? This is the person y'all want for presidency? Gosh. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Let's read a few of these. Coming to your town, Kamala. I'm coming to your town on Kamala's day one. I just have no words. She's creating havoc. If she win, it's over. Got to get out and vote and watch every poll. What's so hard for me to believe is Americans with young children will vote for someone who promises to do this. But I bet they wouldn't like it if a migrant shelter appeared on their lovely neighborhoods. People still gonna vote for it, though, man. It's the harsh reality of what it is. Now, we got more clips of residents in Springfield, Ohio, testifying about Haitian migrants terrorizing their own. This is not necessarily talking about the animals in any particular clip. If I'm being honest, I haven't vetted every last one of these clips completely all the way through to know if they were talking about the animals or not. But I know for a fact they're talking directly about the migrants terrorizing their city, man. Y'all check this out.
I was out and about yesterday, driving around Springfield. I was looking at the giant holes in some of our buildings. I noticed all of the old familiar spots bearing new signs in an unfamiliar language. I watched as groups of strangers walked around the city like lost tourists, and it was like a punch in the gut. A terrible sadness came over me, and I began to cry. I immediately started to think back to when I was little, walking from my grandma's house on South Fountain through downtown and all the way to Snyder Park, going to Wren's to get new school clothes and shoes, the excitement of the mall for lunch at the Blue Fox, or even better to see Santa, riding down High Street, admiring the beauty of those stately homes and their amazing architecture, dropping pennies in the fountain and making wishes. And now, all those warm memories are becoming fuel to the fire of anger inside of me. I feel like we have been invaded by some sort of pest. I'm angry that my friends and family are packing up and moving away. I'm angry that foreigners are using up the resources that were set up for the Americans that reside here. I'm angry that another country's flag was being flown in our city. I'm angry when I see our businesses and recreational areas littered with garbage left by people that do not know or understand our laws and culture and are making no attempt to learn about them. And let me be clear, this is not about race. This is about people being given the privilege of coming here from another country and having no respect for our people, our land, or our life's work. People living their life here the way they did in Haiti, angry, stealing, polluting, living in filth, and acting like animals. These are not civilized people. Opening containers in our grocery stores, helping themselves to what's inside and throwing the rest onto the shelves and floors. Pulling off of the highway to publicly clean and gut the roadkill lying there in front of anyone that passes by, stealing animals from farmers and leaving their severed heads at the side of an old school where children play, relieving themselves in public, making some barbaric stew out of the birds that live in our park. This is insanity, and it has to stop. What will become of Springfield? Where will we be in 5 years? The thought terrifies me. Will it be some sort of dystopian wasteland with most of our original residents having moved away and those that cannot afford to move being locked inside their homes, living in fear? This thought is keeping me awake at night. I just want the old Springfield back. I know it was far from perfect, but at least it was still ours. Thank you.
But they laughing and mocking Donald Trump, right? They owe Donald Trump an apology. Kamala owes Donald Trump and J.D. Vance America. Man, look, Biden, the Biden and Harris administration added 20,000 migrants to a town of 58,000 people. A 30% increase, okay, in New York City. Population 8.8 million received 180,000, an increase of about 2%. In Adams, I said NYC will collapse. Makes no sense. Heartbreaking. Why don't they take these people to Martha's Vineyard or the Bidens or Harris' backyard since they brought them here to gain their votes? Why impact on an already poor community by forcing them to live through the tragedy of losing their loving pet? Honestly, man. Before we get up out of here, though, I'm going to play one more video from a resident who spoke to city council as well. Let's check it out.
I think it's like kind of odd that like a guy like me has to come out from doing what I do on a daily basis to have fun, because I see what's going on in these streets, and I see you guys just sitting up there in them comfy chairs and suits, and I'm getting out here every day and I'm broadcasting this, and you guys are just sitting up there in suits or something. Like, I really challenge you guys to get out here and do something. These Haitians are running into trash cans. They're running into buildings. They're running into, they flipping cars in the middle of the street. And I don't know how, like, y'all can be comfortable with this. Like, I don't know, like, who's getting paid from it. I honestly feel like someone's getting paid from it in the background. You got a bunch of people on a bus getting dropped off at a gas station to come down here. I know a single mom that FaceTimed me this morning at the welfare office that really need something. And it's nothing but immigrants over there. And I don't even want to seem like I'm coming down on the immigrants, because it's the people that's bringing them down here. Because wherever they're at, that's what they're used to, bro. They're in the park grabbing up ducks by their neck and cutting their head off and walking off with them and eating them. Like, y'all get the Highway State Patrol down here every week, and then y'all get like a task force for the Highway State Patrol, and they look for guns and they look for dope and this and that and the fourth. That same people that y'all got riding up and down Limestone doing U-turns, pulling people over for blinkers and pulling people over for going left to center and a couple miles over, y'all can take them same people, the Highway State Patrol, and you can take them in every single one of their silver Chargers and Dodge Durangos, and y'all can take them to Sunset, and y'all can park them right over there, and y'all can teach people how to drive, since the Highway State Patrol know so much about traffic laws and know what to do in traffic. They need to, y'all pay them, they can go over there and teach these Haitians how to drive, because it's getting I'm getting thousands of views on these, and it's going to get bigger, and it's only going to get worse. And y'all sitting up there in these chairs, all y'all need to get out here and do something. Y'all making hundreds of thousands of dollars. Y'all need to put on a T-shirt and some Crocs, and then y'all need to come out here in these streets, and y'all need to go out here and I'm out here before the police is. Y'all need to do something, bro. Y'all really got to stand on business. Y'all getting paid all this money. just to wear a suit and sit in a chair. I think it's crazy, bro. We got to do something, bro. It's kids out here getting hurt. Like, only reason I even went on here and said something about it is because somebody told me they walking from the school and a Haitian almost ran into them. And who is getting paid? Like, how much money is y'all really getting paid, like, to bring them over here? Like, I know it's deeper than them. I know that's where they come from, and that's what they do. That's their country. I don't know what they got going on over there, but they can't do that over here. And if y'all just getting paid from it and then y'all ain't doing nothing about it, I think that's super weird, bro. Y'all got to stand on business. Y'all got to really, like, step up. Like, it's lame, bro. Like, for real.
Thank you for your comments.
Thank you.
Sure. Thank you.
According to Kamala Harris and those moderators, this guy's lying. I mean, we just heard from, the people of Springfield, Ohio. We just heard it from their accounts. Not only that, we heard from the city manager as well to verify that these claims are credible. But because it's Trump, it don't matter, right? Because it's Trump, it don't matter, man. It's really sad how they're not being helped at all as a result of this.